What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with more from Pat Benatar's 1984 Tropico album, and the next tune is Temporary Heroes. It's a really interesting phrase, a hero, someone whose valor or brave behavior or actions in a situation of need, be it dire or otherwise dangerous, is lauded after the fact or perhaps even during. But a temporary hero, the phrase seems on one level redundant because heroes aren't heroic every day of their lives. It's what they do in certain moments, and obviously who is a hero would depend on who you ask and from what perspective they're looking at it. But I wonder, the usage of the term or descriptor temporary, I wonder what that's all about. Could it be that someone who initially seems to be, a saving grace and who provides support or assistance in a very brave and valorous way then turns out to be more complicated or perhaps not helpful in future situations? They turn into, not a hero and perhaps a villain? I do wonder, but let's find out. This is Pat Benatar, Temporary Hero, from the 1984 album Tropico. Sonics in this one. It's percussion and melody. incredible tune. One that was way more rocking than I might have expected. See, but that's always my thing. Like, if you're gonna fade it, just have it be on a like constant loop for a few bars or for a few measures, and then do it. But if there's still some vocal flares and some flourishes happening, I feel like, let it run. Regardless, yeah, I don't know if it felt like a ballad at the start, but it felt like one of those stripped down, sort of sonically limited, so the vocals are really the highlighted point. And then it brought in, like, even more, because it started already very, sort of percussive and, what's the right word? Frenetic, I guess. But even saying that, it wasn't like a full rocking tune. It was still relatively austere. And so again, it felt like that was going to be sort of the vibe. And then it brought in like one, like I think it was like a snare, and sort of took it to another level. But it didn't really start rocking until a couple measures after that. And then it was like, oh wow, like, I really didn't think we'd be here given the way the tune started. So I enjoyed the progression of the track sonically. And again, all those rattly, rapid fire, again, sort of percussive melody, because they were hitting like different notes, but it was also very drum-like and rattly, and the drums themselves, lots of like rolls and fills. Yeah, so a lot happening sonically. Lyrically, the only thing I really heard clearly was the chorus, and even then I'm not sure what's happening. It's like love and pain, only for the foolish, and once again, what was the line right after that? Oh, I forget what the line was after that. But then we get the temporary heroes line. So I'm not sure who the temporary heroes are, and whether it's like, only the foolish are in this sort of dramatic, it's really great, it's not, and that sort of dynamic. But at the same time, yeah, I didn't catch any of the verses, so I'm not sure what is actually happening. I look forward to hearing people's comments, but sonically, without even knowing the themes at play, that was an incredible tune. So yeah, really wondering what people think of this one. Again, it's like a tune with a lot of sort of keyboard and things that I associate with maybe a tune like Love Is a Battlefield, but also a rocking track that I now understand is maybe her like major flavor. Like it's the the style for which she is most known. And indeed, when I started doing reactions to Pat, I remember it was very early on, first reaction or two, someone commented and like, oh, she's the best female rocker, and that was like the context in which she was being referred to, as like a rocker, not just like a an 80s artist or like a synth pop artist. So either way, looking forward to more of this album, which people mentioned at the beginning. It's an album that's maybe less like known compared to some of her big hits, but that there's a lot of quality there. So looking forward to the rest. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.